Hello friends, in this video we are going to discuss the first chapter of the course Electrical Measurement titled Error Analysis. So first thing is, as the name suggests, it is a error analysis. Okay, so in this chapter we are going to discuss first of all the static characteristics of measuring instruments. Okay, static characteristics of measuring instruments. Static characteristics of measuring instruments. So as long as measuring instruments are considered, there are 7 static characteristics. In that, first one is static error. Static error. Second is accuracy. Third characteristic is precision. Fourth static characteristic is sensitivity. Fifth one is resolution. Sixth is dead time and dead zone. Dead time and dead zone. Seventh is linearity. Okay, so now one by one we are going to discuss in detail, okay, these static characteristics. Okay, after the completion of the static characteristics we will be moving towards the dynamic characteristics. Okay, so first of all let us discuss the static error. The first static characteristic is static error. Okay, so let us put the heading static error. Static error. Okay, so it is defined as the difference between the measured value and the true value. Okay, it is nothing but static error is nothing but the difference between measured value and the true value, and it is indicated with delta A. Delta is the static error. Okay, is equal to measured value minus true value, where delta A is the static error, AM is the measured value, and AT is the true value. AT is the true value. Okay, that this is the static error. Okay, the difference between the measured value and the true value. What do we mean by the measured value? Measured value is nothing but the quantity, the reading of the meter. Measured value is nothing but the reading of the meter, and true value is nothing but the actual value of the quantity which is under measurement. Actual value of the quantity which is under measurement. Okay, next, related with the static error, we are having the two terms. One is the correction factor. Correction factor, and second one is relative static error. Okay, we'll discuss the second that is relative static error later on. Let us first of all discuss what is the correction factor. Okay, correction factor is nothing but the value which we are going to add or subtract into the measured value in order to get the true value or the actual value is nothing but your correction factor. Okay, is this clear? So the correction factor is nothing but the value which we are going to add or subtract from the measured value in order to get the true value. Okay, so it is given as delta C, that is a correction factor, is equal to AT minus AM. AT minus AM. Okay, this correction factor, it may be positive, it may be negative. Okay, and again, this delta C is nothing but the static correction or the correction factor. So it is equal to minus of delta A. It is equal to minus of delta A. So if the error is positive, correction factor will be negative. If the error is negative, correction factor will be positive. Are you getting the point? This is the factor or this is the value which we are going to add or subtract from the measured value in order to get the true value. That is nothing but the correction factor. Next, related with the static error, we are having the one more term, that is nothing but the relative static error. Relative static error. Relative static error. It is also known as a percentage error. Okay. So relative static error is nothing but it is a ratio of static error to the true value. Ratio of static error to the true value is nothing but relative static error. Okay, so we can write relative static error. Let us write it as ER, or we can say it is a E also, is equal to static error divided by true value. True value. Okay, or this it will be in the fraction. Okay, and in if we want to write in percentage, we need to multiply it with the 100. Okay, so we can write E or ER is nothing but, yes, static error is AM minus AT, measured value minus true value. Okay, so we can write it as AM minus AT divided by true value, that is a 80 into 100. So it will give the percentage static error, percentage relative static error. Is this clear? Okay, so this is the second factor related to the static error. Okay, now after the static error, now we are going to discuss the accuracy. Second characteristic is the accuracy. Accuracy. Okay, so accuracy is nothing but it is the degree of closeness with which the measured value reaches the true value. Okay, so it is the degree of closeness, degree of closeness with which, degree of closeness with which measured value reaches true value, right? So if measured value is equal to true value, then accuracy is 100%, error will be 0, right? So next, so it is the degree of closeness with which measured value reaches the true value. Okay, now accuracy is represented in two ways. Accuracy is generally represented in two ways. The first is, it is represented in guaranteed accuracy error, that is percent GAE. GAE stands for guaranteed. They have asked the questions accuracy error. Okay, accuracy is represented either in guaranteed accuracy error. Okay, so what is the guaranteed accuracy error? So when the accuracy is mentioned in terms of error, it is called the guaranteed accuracy error. Okay, now this error is expressed with respect to full scale deflection. It is expressed with respect to full scale deflection. Full scale deflection, FSD is nothing but full scale deflection. Okay, so when accuracy is represented in terms of error, then it is known as the guaranteed accuracy error. Okay, and it is expressed in with respect to full scale deflection. Be careful, it is expressed in terms of full scale deflection, not in terms of true value. Please be careful, it is expressed in terms of full scale deflection. And it is percentage guaranteed accuracy error when accuracy is represented in percent GAE form. Okay, then only number is given, no sign is given. Okay, sign will not be given, only number, no sign. Okay, means directly they can give accuracy is 98%, accuracy is 99%. Then we need to understand the accuracy is represented in guaranteed accuracy error terms, guaranteed accuracy error terms. And who gives this value? The manufacturer, right? Manufacturer of the instrument, manufacturer of instrument gives or specifies this value, gives this value, right? Next, the second one is limiting error. Second is accuracy can be represented in terms of limiting error, limiting error, okay, or it is also known as a guaranteed error. Okay, let us memorize it as a limiting error only, okay, because they have asked the questions related to the limiting error. We are going to discuss, okay, the questions in the next video. Okay, next, it is expressed in terms of true value. It is expressed in terms of true value, right? It is expressed in terms of true value, okay. And who specifies it? Yes, the manufacturer will specify it, okay. Again, the manufacturer specifies it. Important thing is the limiting error is calculated from the percent GAE. It is calculated from percent GAE, guaranteed accuracy error, okay. And next, the limiting error LE, that is a limiting error. It gives the range of the output, gives range of output of meter, right, for a given input, for given input, okay. So these are the important points related with the limiting error. So here let us discuss, revise the accuracy. Accuracy is nothing but the degree of closeness with which the measured value reaches the true value, right? Accuracy is represented in two ways. One is a percent GAE, that is a guaranteed accuracy error, and second one is the limiting error, right? What is the percent GAE? That is a guaranteed accuracy error. It is expressed with respect to full scale deflection. Yes, it gives only number, no plus minus, and manufacturer of the instrument gives this value, okay. Whereas the limiting error, it is expressed in terms of true value. Be careful, it is represented in terms of true value, whereas it is represented in terms of full scale deflection. This is the difference, okay. Next, it is calculated from the percent GAE. From given percent GAE we can find the limiting error, and the limiting error gives the range of output of meter for given input, range of output of meter for given input. And important thing is, here we don't have signal sign plus or minus sign, but here we are having the sign plus or minus, right? We are having the sign plus or minus. Sign is present in representation, right? Okay, yes, it may be given as limit accuracy of the meter is plus minus 2%, then we need to understand it is represented in terms of limiting error. And if it is given that the accuracy of the meter is 99%, 98%, 97% without sign, then we need to understand it is given in percent GAE form, percent GAE form, okay. So I am writing it as example, accuracy is 98%, 99%, etc. And whereas it is given in terms of example, yes, it is a plus minus 2%, plus minus 5%, etc. Okay, so this is about the first two static characteristics of the measuring instruments, static error and the accuracy. In the next video, we are going to discuss the numerical related to the accuracy of the measuring instruments. Thank you.